Noon the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Otis, and here we go off into a Thursday morning as
back to bookends again.
This
being plaid. Yeah.
Plaid day.
RW's jumping around. He's probably eating one of them casseroles for
Bless
breakfast.
his heart. Has he had a date lately?
One.
Just one?
One?
Oh, that's right.
No, he don't.
We're talking like Meridian's. What was that? All that theme music used to be on Wednesday nights is Ladies' Night.
Yeah. Picture
I'm
RW.
RW.
Right.
Bring
Bring
the
me a
casserole on in. He's got a deeper voice after 8 p.m. when he talks on the phone to ladies, y'all.
Yeah. I wonder if he, the day after Valentine's, he goes and buys every one of those boxes.
Freezes them for next year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he still takes them throughout the year.
Bless it, bless it, bless it. We're so glad to have you a part of what we do every day. Rain chances this afternoon. 80% chance is what we're getting forecasted at this point. Now, y'all know how that is. Sometimes the weatherman's right. Sometimes he's wrong.
Well, that 80% is going to be somewhere in Lauderdale County. It may be at your house. It may not.
It could be there.
Chances are good.
Where was it? Birmingham. What was her name? Let me find out what the name of her little gossip column. This happened over in Burmaland. She's referring to herself as a Buddhist witch. She started like a little thing called the Tattletale. Well, and I guess it didn't work out so well, but as she is moving out of Birmingham, she drove over and addressed the city council. And she gave every one of them the California howdy, and she has made news for doing that.
Wow.
That's the best way I knew how to word that. Seriously, what makes someone think that that's okay to go do that? I mean, it's wrong in so many multiple ways.
Upbringing?
Yeah.
We saw somebody behind the scenes the other day. Boss man was, and when he turned his back, she went,
Oh, that was funny. I'd forgotten about that. He was reading her rights.
But it was all out in public, so he wasn't just hounding, but he was letting her know that that's not the way it goes. And when he turned around, she just went,
I got a laugh out of it.
I mean, it was hilarious.
Things like that going to happen. We had a huge structure fire overnight. And as we dig into this, it just done some roof damage on the end. But as we look at, let me show you the video. You would think that there's absolutely that didn't sound right, did it?
But it was close. We knew what you were saying.
Absolutely. I got tongue twisted.
You need some more. I didn't make that. I lost count on how many I was putting in of what.
I don't know what you put down in here, but this ain't my normal amount of legal sugar.
Well, I lost. You asked me a question in the middle of counting, and boy, there that went.
Meridian Fire Department showed up on scene. Here's the guys. Now look at that in the background, how strong of a fire that is. Man. This was somewhere after midnight, 1 or 2 a.m., if I remember right, as we look at this. Now, no one was hurt whatsoever, and it, believe it or not, is minimal damage just to the roof. Everything's going to be able to be saved. They didn't lose everything they had. Now, it still isn't good, don't get me wrong, but these guys showed up and got that fire out in moments. As we do that, as we talk to the police chief, the fire chief,
Michael
Ted, he says, and it is true, y'all time them. They're on scene within 3 minutes. A lot of times it's 2 minutes, and at 3 minutes, they're already putting the fire out. Makes you feel good. And you know what else? That helps with your expensive insurance that you have.
Yes, and what he's done there, and I mean, when the rating bureau comes back, I see them dropping more.
You say the rating or the Reagan?
The rating.
Okay.
And I see their numbers drop some more, which means that's a decrease in your insurance. The lower your rating is, the better your department is. And if they're not to this next time, it's going to be close. But they are definitely doing some work. Greg Morgan.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, what we did have as a training facility is not going to be recognized for what he's already doing over there, redoing the fire building. There's going to be more training going on. They got training over there already started back this week and next week. I mean, just in 2 weeks.
It's a change.
It's a change, and the training is happening right here in Meridian. Greg Morgan and Michael Ted, man, what a team.
What about those 158 broke down cars in front of the police station? What's going to happen to them? Have you ever noticed that?
Well, they do have a parking lot full.
That don't run.
Well, we take them out to the training facility and use them there because they're going to be active.
You could use them. You know, when the monster trucks used to come to town, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
They done.
Go round folk. Oh, you know what? You could sell
Parts?
Well, no, you could sell chances to shoot a cop car.
You know, we done that fundraiser that time to where you could jump on top of the car.
With a hammer
yeah,
and
you
all
remember
that?
that?
Maybe
They took
that's the
all
way it
glass
would
out.
be.
It was a fundraiser for what is now the on 23rd Avenue on top of Hope Village. It was a fundraiser for them.
Yeah. Oh, take one and rid a sledgehammer. You get 5 shots for $5.
That's what it was. It was.
You know how many people would beat the fool out of a cop car for $5?
I think they would do that.
In this city.
I think we've got a way to revenue some money.
Do you remember that car dealership we used to have, and they dressed in fine suits, and I think somebody was named Guido? They done that way back in the day. You're not buying a car?
Did they wear gold?
Yes, they did. They spooked. I was spooked. I ain't gonna lie. Been many, many moons ago. Hey, you know that little theme song we got? He's watching you. He's watching you.
Yes.
We got him coming up. He's going to be singing in the house over here.
The artist himself.
Nick Smith is in the house. Nick, how in the world are you doing?
Man, if I was any better, they'd be two of me.
The world
that.
cannot afford to.
I just have to say, look. Out of everything I've ever done in my entire life, my mama, she thinks I've hit the high point.
It's a career highlight.
Ray.
That was pretty good now.
I know. She didn't care much about the college diploma, but I mean, she heard Scotty Ray, she broke into tears.
Where'd you get that zip line? If y'all have seen the video to this, it's really good.
I built it for the kid. Well, I'm lying. I built it for myself and blamed it
And
on
let the kids.
Let the kids use it.
The boss came with me, so I have to be careful with my words.
How long have you let her be married to you? How long has this been going on now? She's been following you.
You set me up.
Did I?
I don't. How many
It was
years?
a hard chase,
It
but it
felt
was
like
all the way
75
around.
years.
About
Look,
75.
she would not leave me alone.
I can see that in
Can you
her.
believe that? Can you?
I can see that. You have that.
I'm from Baton Rouge.
Uh-oh.
It's the marinade.
We don't
that
chase
got her.
nobody.
Yeah. We have our own versions of stories, but
Did you call her Marie Laveau? Is that what I heard?
100%. My ringtone when I call him, or his ringtone when I call him,
I can hear that accent now. Do you hear that accent now? It's coming out.
it's there.
the madder she gets, the more different languages
profound
she
it
speaks.
is.
You know, I joked about this and I've told it before, but it's too funny not to tell. I was passing through Baton Rouge, coming home from Texas one night, and they had a baseball game on, and I needed a translator. You couldn't understand. If you wasn't from there, you wouldn't know
Yeah.
what them people were saying.
My grandmother, he told me when he first met her, he needed subtitles.
She's
Understanding.
such a sweet woman.
yes.
I never did know what she said. I just said yes, ma'am.
And that's how you got married, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
well.
just led you down that road.
Something like that.
Well,
Did she carry you over the threshold?
no, she didn't do that. She could have. I'm a little fella, but in all honesty, this is the best way I can explain it in Mississippi terms because I have to translate for her a lot.
Right.
Have you ever been coon hunting?
Yeah.
Yeah. The dogs, they'll run and they'll bark up that tree all night long, but if the coon really comes down, that sucker will tear the face off of a coon dog.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me that part. The preacher lied on a couple of things.
I could see that.
I'm the coon, I guess.
Yeah.
Folks, this is Nick Smith, and he's going to do a song for us in a minute. He does ministry. He does a lot for kids and gets involved with our Lord and Savior, and he's here to tell us about it here in just a moment.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and Aquapel windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie, and again, our special guest this morning, Nick Smith, and Newton County, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it runs deep, doesn't it?
It does. Actually, we're from Greenland, so we were neutral in the Great War.
You ever bumped into that guy over there, the sheriff? Y'all ever seen him?
Have I bumped into him?
Copper. They get you in trouble.
We've got to be kin 15 different ways. I'm full-blooded now. I'm purebred Smith.
There you go. There, bunch of Smiths.
Grandpa were Smiths.
I know. I had such a cool last name, and then
Smith came
I was
along.
Smith.
Yeah.
Kind of generic.
Very.
My grandmother
It really
was a
is.
Smith in Kemper County.
She's probably my kin. I wanted to thank you, by the way.
For?
Well, this morning the alarm clock went off, and I almost hit the snooze button, but you were perched right there on the edge of the bed. I saw that cowboy hat, and I almost backed over the neighbor's cat. But he ran out there and scooped that sucker up. I had never seen a man that can be 15 places at one time.
We're everywhere.
It was.
Everywhere.
You were telling us you wrote a song. Play us. Let us hear a little talent here. What you got going on?
Now look, I got to preface some of this.
I
now.
think I need to before this one.
You need to stay away from my notebook.
Yeah, because this is when he was chasing me, and so he was trying to come, and I was declining him for about 4 years, and so he wrote that song.
That's a lie.
It's the truth. I do not lie.
She chased me for about 4 years, and I finally just run out of gas. I mean, a brother can run so fast, so far. But let me preface it now. Before I was living for the Lord, we both sang and played all over. In some places, I'm not going to say, just in case my mama's watching.
Right.
You had told her everything.
But I did write this song for her. I'm not a guitar player, but you've never toted a big old grand piano,
it wouldn't fit up the staircase.
Yeah, I mean, I did my best, but I wrote this song one time right here. You told me you wanted me to leave you alone, and you wouldn't even answer when I called on the phone. But that don't worry me, 'cause I know what I'll do. I'm gonna marry your sister so I can see you.
I don't have
Bouquets of flowers, a groomsman or two. Look down the aisle, honey, is that you? bridesmaids or bride, it either will do, 'cause I'm gonna marry your sister so I can see you. It's got a chorus. It goes like
let's
this.
hear it.
Yeah. I'll marry your sister so I can see you. It's perfectly legal. There's nothing you can do. You might think I'm lying, but I swear it's true. I'll marry your sister so I can see you.
I believe it. I do. If I had a sister, I believe it.
Yes.
Now that's what you call a tune there. Is
I'm telling you.
I'll
I'm
marry
telling
your
you.
sister, so I can see. That's kind of catchy there.
He told me if I ever decided to divorce him, that he was going to buy the house next to me and my new husband and sit on the front porch and drink coffee with him every morning.
You know, that's not uncommon in Newton County.
Yeah, well, I can make.
I can't get away from him.
I can make friends with anybody. I mean, the joke's on her. I'll buy the house, you know, and the coffee.
Yeah.
Now when she comes walking out without her war paint on,
Is it scary?
Yeah, I'm gonna
break it down to us.
I'm telling you.
Saturday mornings, how is it?
oh, you're setting me up way too early in the morning. I apologize. And listen, every day I get up, I hit my knees and I thank the Lord for Mary Kay.
That is so ugly.
No, actually, I'm gonna tell you.
I worked all night. I have you know.
No, she looks. This is the most beautiful woman in the world. And look, when I tell you a fella out punted his coverage, I kicked it slam
brother.
from Starkville, Mississippi, all the way to
He's already
LSU.
preaching. Yes.
I admit it
Yes.
solidly.
Nick, what church do y'all go to and minister at?
Well, we go to Sandtown Church in Philadelphia.
Right.
Now, a whole lot of times we're not at church. The preacher knows it's okay. The preacher
He lets y'all go out and perform.
Yeah.
The preacher knows that we are not sleeping in, but we do visit a lot of churches to speak about missions. In all honesty,
And it's Broken Vessels Ministry, is that right?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's what
Yeah.
y'all do. So you go around to churches and travel and tell us what the purpose of your ministries are.
The shortest version that I can tell you is this right here. Brother, when I gave my heart to the Lord and quit working for the devil, sitting on a church pew just didn't work for me. So there's some things I wouldn't tell my mama about. I wouldn't tell the good Lord about from my past, but I wound up in Honduras. A little older lady. She makes jelly. We call her Aunt Connie. She makes jelly. Has been doing that for 30 years, building houses overseas for people in extreme poverty. And she called me one day on the phone right after my youngest child, Ryan. She's going to be, 14?
Yes.
I don't even know how old she is. I mean, she lives with me. I pay for her stuff. But Aunt Connie called and said, I've been talking to the Lord. You're going to go to Honduras on missions, and I'm going to pay for it. And I did what every good Baptist or Methodist or Presbyterian would do.
What'd you do?
Well, I said,
Yes, ma'am.
We're
no.
gonna pray
Actually,
about
I
it.
said,
We're gonna pray
I'm gonna
about
have
it.
to pray about that. And she told me the most profound words that anybody's ever said. If you ever felt what it's like to get struck by lightning, she reached through that cell phone, grabbed me by my throat, and she hollered real loud, "You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to pray about nothing that the Lord already said to do." And I said, "Well, yes, ma'am. What time's the plane leave?"
So you went to Honduras.
Yeah, and since then, every waking moment that we got is devoted to missions.
So what y'all do is y'all go around, y'all raise money, and then y'all go to other countries and minister Christianity.
we go to
Is that kinda right?
Honduras.
Yeah, we go to
And-
Honduras.
And in all honesty, I did not tell her this, but this is a safe place to say. I went ahead and booked plane tickets with my credit card. You know,
We don't raise money to buy our way there. That's not why we raise money, because we buy our own tickets. We fund our own. We buy where we stay. All that. We raise money to meet needs
Of the
in
people
Honduras
that are there.
While you're there.
while we're there.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, I don't want to mellow it out too fast, too soon, but you don't have to hold a kid starving to death but one time, or have a bunch of little children that don't have mamas and daddies to beg you to take them home.
Oh, I'm sure you get a lot of that, don't you?
You know?
Oh, yeah.
And some of the people that I love the most live over there, because now I've watched them grow up. And it sure is hard to get a text message and saying, Daddy, I need you.
And it's not right down the road.
No. It happened last night, actually. And in a panic of trying to translate, because Google Translate will only go so fast over where I live,
that.
you know. It's just...
So y'all take food, clothing, and all types of things to the needy kids in those areas?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Never one time the Lord has not provided what's needed, but never one time have we left with anything. Mm-hmm. And we work with a lot of different ministry groups, a lot of different denominations, a lot of different everything. You know what? When we all get to heaven, it ain't all going to be... I'm going to break out in a song. You can call yourself a Baptist and not be born again, a Presbyterian or a Methodist, and still die in your sins. You can even be Pentecostal, shout and dance and jump a few pews. But if you hate your brother, you won't be one of the chosen few.
Ooh. Don't let denomination split you up.
Look, hey, I'm gonna just be as honest as I can. I would not walk from here to that coffee pot to tell you about my religion, but I'd crawl a mile across broken glass to tell you about Jesus.
Well, there you go.
Yep. How about that?
That sounds pretty good there. There are so many needs in these countries like that. And there's no Trump Tower to go stay in. I don't know if y'all have caught on to that yet.
They don't have Marriott's and Trump Tower and all that.
Where do you stay? Do you have to stay with people? How does that work? Is there a hotel? What is there?
We generally stay in the safest place that we can, you know, in the local town, and we go with friends and other ministries. Our primary purpose and the other people that work with us is to get funding for things like medicine and food and whatnot. We work with some orphanages. Some of my best friends live down there. I feel safer down there than I do going in Meridian.
Well, there's you know, I know exactly what you mean by that.
But yeah, it's like a hotel.
A hotel. We got more music coming up. We'll find out some more from Nick here as they take their ministries to other countries. We'll be right back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back over in Butler, Alabama. It's official. Chocatw County, Alabama is going to be getting a jail, y'all, as we look at this. Look at that. Shovels in the ground. It makes it official, doesn't it?
Yeah, that means just start. Boy, that looks like a big old jail.
Yeah. What was that Support Your Local Sheriff where he took the red paint and he didn't have bars and he dropped the red paint on the ground and he said that's the last fellow that tried to get out?
That was
James Garner. Y'all remember that? I really like James Garner. He was good at it. The Meridian Police Department was busy yesterday. Let me show you just how busy they were. About 15 pounds of Mary Jane. Well, there you how do you say it?
Django.
Django with a D. He was all on top of this situation as we went out to King Road, and that's what they brought back. That's all the evidence there. Sure,
I think Reese lets him stay in front of the camera too long. Look at him. I mean, he's sitting there posed looking at the camera. Well, he's better than most kids.
He was there with the kids the other day, at the daycare. Boy, he really liked it. That's a lot of marijuana off of the street. And again, that is not medical marijuana. I did notice in the comments where people were saying that's not right. It's illegal. Like it or not, that's just the way it is. You can't do that.
No, medical marijuana comes in special pouches.
Yes, sir.
That's not one of them. They don't come in sandwich baggies.
15 pounds. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I stopped and spoke to our associate Rob yesterday, and he and I had gotten out of the truck and were speaking, and somebody pulled in, and Odie, I thought I was going to get sick.
Uh-oh.
That smell. Have y'all been smelling that? It's like 12 skunks jumped out of a Monte Carlo.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
I don't think it was.
So you was at Walmart? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think that it was medication.
Their glaucoma's not working real good.
Yeah, something going on. Hey, we got a couple of people wanted by the Clarke County Sheriff's Department. Have you seen them? Let's show some photos here as to what they look like. Anybody know Timothy Mixon?
I hope he changes his shoes if he plans to run from the police. Because you're not hiding with them on.
Here's another photo there.
Oh.
And then we've also got this one. This is Jonathan Mina. He is also wanted by the Clarke County Sheriff's Department. Let's just go ahead and read some why they're being wanted there. Jonathan, wanted for burglary. Timothy has a long list of things here. Residential burglary, possession of meth with intent to distribute, possession of Mary Jane with intent to distribute, possession of Xanax with intent to distribute, and possession of something I've never seen before. What is that?
I've got to get my glasses.
SUBO.
Yeah.
What do you do with that?
You take it. I don't know what it does.
I had a feeling you did. I'm not up on my Clarke County drugs. That's a brand spanking new word.
Oh, man. Yeah. Timo said you got a contact buzz. You stay at Walmart too long.
I'm telling y'all, it is just like if you have been anywhere lately and you get out and you go, ooh, that's nasty. That's what it is. It's just marijuana everywhere. These Mississippians have gone nuts.
Like they smoked the whole tree.
Yes, they did. Nick, you gonna do another song for us?
Look, absolutely. Look, I wrote one last night.
What was it about?
My wife.
Another one?
A love song.
You must love her.
Let me tell you something. I would swim an ocean of gasoline with
a torch in my mouth just to see her smile.
Let me tell it.
You must have heard this before.
1,000 times.
That's how I proposed to her.
She likes to listen to her.
That's how I proposed to her. I got on one knee and said that I'd swim an ocean of gasoline with a torch in my mouth just to see you smile.
I don't remember it quite like that, but it's okay.
Well, did she smile?
In a manner of speaking. Remember, she's a Cajun.
Yeah.
That's a nice way of saying.
Like the Mona Lisa smile.
Yeah, something like that. I did write her a song, though.
Well, let's hear it.
If it's all right.
Go for it.
My Cajun darling, she cooked that boudin. She eats them gators, big and small. She drinks her hot sauce straight from the bottle and eats them crawfish tails and all. I don't even know if I can get through this. You are my pretty, spicy Cajun. That crab boil perfume brings my heart glee. And when your temper get you a raging. I'll dust you down with Tony Sashery.
That's true love.
That's talent right there, too, now.
I'm telling you.
I really just dug through the cabinet and got all the cooking ingredients. I mean, really, it takes no effort.
And just throw it together.
Yeah, just throw it together.
When was the last time that y'all were down in Honduras?
We actually just got back at
We left May 27th and got back at like the beginning of June.
Sometime at the beginning of June, and
Saturday to a Saturday.
we'll be headed back in October.
So y'all go 2 times, 3 times a year, or is it a set time or when the Lord calls?
You know. I've gone for years with NEI and Mr. Tony, and I never would let my kids go,
right,
for obvious reasons. Until one, for a safety reason, but for the second, until they could tell me the reason why they wanted to go.
Yeah.
And there was one answer that is the only correct answer. And I took my son last year with me, and he wanted to go instead of going on a senior trip. And this year I took my wife and my 13-year-old daughter, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I'd go every week if I could. Now I still need to pay the power bill in case the boss is watching. I need to pay the power bill, you know.
So you got to go to work.
So I've got to work. But we, as often as I can go, and this year it's going to be twice.
It took everything I had to get back on the plane to come back here. I'll tell you
I
that.
had to drag her back on the plane.
I bet it does kind of just hold on to your heart.
It does. It's not only that. It's just the people there are so grateful, and they have nothing, but they're so grateful and they're so kind. And then you come back here, and it's just like it just slaps you in your face. You know the reality of it. So easy to tell people about Jesus over there. Because they're eager for the word, they're eager to hear about Jesus, and here, you know, it's a little harder, you know.
Well, and you know, I'll throw this out there, you know, and this is something that we take for granted, but it's extremely hard to tell somebody how much the good Lord blesses when their bellies have been empty for a couple of weeks.
Oh, I can see. And are these some of the kids that you've met here?
Look, I know every one of those children by name, and that changes everything.
So you're going to be at
you have that personal relationship.
And you're going to New Hope on the 13th?
New Hope Community Church.
Pastor Marvin Brown.
I love that man. Look, we go wherever we're invited.
That's right.
If I can tell somebody about the good Lord and tell them what he did for me, I'll be there.
Was this a moment here at the bottom here with pottery when y'all were maybe watching Ghost and wanted to recreate the moment?
You know that I didn't think about that, but that would be
you
good.
came up with that, not me.
Yeah, honestly, when we were praying about the name for how we wanted to name the mission, because it's a ministry. We didn't know the right thing. I mean, you got to give it to the Lord. And my daddy walked in the studio. He is the most humble, kind, most loving, giving human being. He is the epitome of love thy neighbor as thyself. And he walked in the studio and he wanted to sing a song.
What did he sing?
He sang. It's on the webpage if you want to watch it in a little while. You don't have to watch it right now, but he wanted to sing a song, and it said, "I'm so glad he didn't throw the clay away." And Lord knows I'm glad he didn't throw it away with me, because I shattered that pot a bunch of times down in New Orleans or Nashville, but. So
what is this we're hearing that you can also sing too? Do you sing backup with him? What do you do?
That sister could.
Well, that's how we met. That's how we met. We
Louisiana Hayride?
Well, something like that. We did opera shows in Louisiana and Baton Rouge, and I sang background vocals, and he played the piano, and that's how we met. Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
and
she wouldn't stop staring at me the whole time.
Made you uncomfortable, didn't it?
They didn't make me uncomfortable. No, not at all. I mean,
She kept asking who that redneck is over there.
Look, I'm so glad she hadn't got a pair of glasses yet. Because if she ever does, it's gonna be bad.
Coming up, we'll see if we can make her sing. We got more interviews coming up, some more music there as we do a little ministry in this morning. We'll be right back. American Portable Buildings not only has buildings, but they also have trailers. They're budget friendly, zero down, no credit check. Come take advantage of these savings today. Take a look at all they have to offer. If it's a trailer you need, they have them from 12 foot to 16 foot to 18 foot, even car haulers. If you're tired of having to borrow a trailer every time you need one, see them today. Call 601-693-6200 or drop by for a visit at 4838 Old Homestead Road in Meridian. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have the size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rock House Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rock House Gun and Pawn. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we travel along this Thursday morning with rain in the forecast. Steve, good morning. Good to see you there.
Yes. Louisiana woman, Mississippi man. Look at there.
They get together sometimes. I don't know what to do, but we've heard stories of that there.
I do normally cut the grass.
Well, see, you got that all. How come she doesn't do it?
I would love to cut the grass. I'm not allowed to.
I let her do it one time, and
I didn't get the lines right.
You see, my wife has that problem of not getting the line, and she don't let me cut the grass. You really messed this up.
I like the lines,
I would
right?
do it.
But the first time I let her do it, she put a rock through the window of the front house.
No, I know who did that, but we're not going to say who did it.
She's trying to blame somebody else, but I was sitting
They know who they are.
Well, my brother-in-law said that he was going to let my sister cut grass on a zero turn. So it took her way away from the house to let her get used to how it worked. Said he went back inside and was doing something. The next thing he heard was this awful racket. Said when he went outside, she's upside the house through his flower bed, and it was just sitting there bouncing and jumping. She didn't know what to do.
I can see that.
So Charlene hadn't cut no more grass.
Angie does quite the job there.
As long as you keep gas in it for her.
Yeah,
she don't circle around the little shrubbery. I mean, if it's there.
Listen, I'm 90 miles
Just go straight ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
That crepe myrtle don't stand a chance.
Well, what are you going to sing for us? Have you got it in you?
They said I don't have an excuse. I have water now. I'm hoarse. I've been I've been battling some acid reflux, so
you just want to do a verse?
Forgive me for imperfections.
Oh, that's the best.
Don't give her a chance to get out of it.
Okay, well, let it rip. What song do you know?
Well, we'll do
sing Granddaddy's song.
Okay, Granddaddy's song.
Is that Grandpa?
Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me. As the world looks upon me, as I struggle alone, they say I have nothing, but they are so wrong. In my heart I'm rejoicing, how I wish they could see blessings on me. There you go.
We did get a verse out of you there. That was good. So do you when y'all go and give testimony, do you sing? Do they?
I do. I try. Yes, if I'm Lord willing and I'm off of work, I do. I work nights, and so I kind of do like a 7 on, 7 off, and so I miss church every other weekend, unfortunately. So if I'm able to go, I do. So.
Well, you do a fantastic job.
It's much better when she goes, because the alternative is me singing. And
they don't tend to.
Well, the worship service is usually really short.
I'm telling you.
Oh man!
We do a little taste, and we were talking about this earlier about the little song Scotty Ray. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Can you do a little bit of that live?
I don't have my book, but yeah, we'll make it up as we go if we need to.
Well, listen, don't look at me. I didn't write it. When they were writing and filming,
I was just curious
sleeping.
if you could do it from the cuff there.
I'm gonna have to be honest with you.
Yeah,
my brain works a different way than most people. I don't remember even what road we drove down to get here. I'd have to think about it.
Okay, we'll let you think about it.
Now,
if you got another song you can do,
I can. I can. I got my little book. This is my little special book right here. But I can do one more for you. But I need to preface this. This is
right.
before I was living for the Lord when I wrote this song. Now, Mama didn't let us cuss, so I mean, it ain't got none of that. But let me throw this one on you. This is a true story. This is a true story.
I can testify to that.
It is. It's a true story.
You tell the truth.
Let me just hit you with a little bit of this one right here. Now, this has got nothing to do with missions.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We all sinners. Okay.
Oh, amen
Yeah.
to that.
Saved by
I
grace.
met a girl one time. We went out to the movies, so I wrote this song about her. I went out with some friends last Friday night. I saw a pretty girl, and she was looking just right. That means she was pretty.
Okay.
My cousins introduced us. I asked her for a dance. I feel it was the start of a fine romance. And you could see what she was thinking by the look in her eyes. And I knew I was in for a big surprise. I'm convicted. I took her to church for all to see, but then I saw my grandma looking kind of strange at me. When I told my mama about the good news, she said, boy, you're in for some mighty bad blues. 'Cause mama says we can't date because we're cousins. It was still fine with me, but for her it wasn't. You might think it matters, but to me it doesn't. Roll Tide. But mama says we can't date because we're cousins.
My goodness.
That happens a time or two there, doesn't it?
I'm sure it does.
Well, I'm a Smith. I mean, I'm kin to everybody. I think I'm kin to Otis, and I do want to look. Math is my forte. That's what I do for a living, and I just want to point out that you only get about 27.3%, of airtime. And I want to advocate for you. I want to advocate.
Some of that other 76%.
Yeah, I mean, you share the wealth a little bit.
There you are.
My
He's
word.
scared of what comes out of my mouth sometimes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I feel that. I'm the same.
Look, I've been listening. Kim, I had to explain this to her because she's not from this part of the world.
Oh.
But I told her, I said, Scott, listen, this was when I first told her who Scotty Ray was.
Right.
I couldn't believe she didn't know, because you're world famous.
I've been trying to get there.
But I told her, I said, listen, I have been listening to him on the radio for 40 years. Which, by the way, I'm 43, so I don't know. You have aged. I don't know how.
See that face there?
Gracefully.
He covers the sun doesn't get to his face.
Yeah,
too much, so he doesn't get that
there's
age
is
spot.
something, whatever that stuff
cream he
he's
puts
buying. And look, I never laid eyes on. We was at Scotty Ray and Debbie show.
Yeah, that's right.
I never laid eyes on Debbie, but I wanted to marry her for the last 30 years. I mean,
Who is Debbie?
You don't know Debbie?
Look,
she was my partner for 20 years.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I will have to say I'm a little disappointed. You look a lot different than I thought you did.
What were you expecting?
Well, Clint Black.
Roy Rogers.
Yeah. I mean, now that was before we had social media.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't realize as we was getting Waylon Jennings.
You know what I get mostly when people walk up and they go, "Ma, you look a lot like Gerald McCraney, Major Dad." If you'll remember, I get that a lot.
Yeah, you do favor him a lot. You need a ball cap, though. I think.
Do I?
Yeah, well, it would help a little bit.
But nobody recognizes him in it.
Now, I was dead serious when I made that comment a few weeks ago. I went down to see Dr. Mason to get Dylan Ray went with me to get my eyes checked, and I did put on a ball cap. And I had a lady stare me down, and she just kept looking at me. Y'all familiar with Dwight, aren't you?
Yeah.
And she was very gracefully, she said, "You don't need to wear that ball cap anymore." She said, "You remind me of Dwight Yoakam without his hat. Please wear it next time."
Yes, ma'am.
So she was saying I was ugly.
Well, bless her.
Yeah,
That was bad.
I don't know if she was saying that.
Oh yeah. You ever seen Dwight without his cowboy hat on? It'll scare you.
Well, I was trying to help you. I was trying to help you because typically, I mean, the sheriff's department, the hospital, and you're there for they are.
They know me.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
for the sake of being incognito, you put a ball cap on and they wouldn't know.
We're getting a trauma before we get a trauma. You know what I'm saying?
I have and with all sincerity, I have a lot of doctors that tell me that they get ready for surgery by watching the show. I get that a whole lot. They get the hospital ready for what's coming.
People had thought that because of what I do, that I let him know. And I told him, I said, it's not me. It's the 40,000 people that live around here and the ones who see it. And I have been in dispatch, the 911 call center, right there. And he called me and said, "Are you going to that?" And I said, "Going to what?" And he said, "There's a 4-car pileup, 2 18-wheelers, one's overturned, and it's bad." And I said, "Where?" And he said, "It's on the interstate." And I said, I don't know anything about it. No one's called. Well, I'm headed that way now. And it's like, okay. Well, then the phone started ringing, and they were calling it in. People call him.
Before.
Now, you should call 911.
Well, yeah, you should.
But they
yeah.
call him before they call 911. And it's like.
And we call 911 a lot of times if somebody. We do that for them. We do that.
Have you called 911? No. Okay.
Let's do that.
Well, I'm fully convinced that Jesus, Santa Claus, and Scotty Ray, I mean, now that's a joke. You can't take a joke. Come on now. I use him as a threat to my children.
Yeah, but I'll put you on the TV.
Well, no, I tell them
They're probably mortified right now. They're old enough to.
I'm sure they're humiliated, but your Christmas presents depend on Scotty Ray. I'm telling you, because he will let me know.
Yeah, because if I see your name on there,
Ooh,
I'm glad there wasn't a Scotty Ray when I was growing up.
Yeah, I am. Every single day. I'm glad there wasn't a cell phone when we were growing up.
Oh, that would have been. Yeah,
I'm glad all we had was Polaroids.
We used to have the payphones over at Briggs 5 Point out front by the highway. I don't know if everybody remembers that.
Well,
Scuba Tech.
Well, now she don't remember calling. Calling. What was it? Calling collect.
Yes, I do.
BR 549.
I mean, we had it in Baton Rouge. I mean,
honey, y'all didn't have nothing but. Like
they had party lines.
I'd call home, and
speaking of, I have to ask this, Garth. I never quite calling Baton Rouge. What was that really about?
He wasn't calling on the phone. it was like a telegram. You go down there to visit her kinfolk, You better wear waders.
Well, I did watch Christmas Vacation, and they exited off in Baton Rouge. You remember they didn't have any hubcaps when they left. Y'all remember that scene?
Yeah. Yep. I know who did that, too. It was my brother-in-law.
We'll be right back.
Halito, this is Choctaw Princess Leilani Allen. Join us for our Diamond Year celebration, the 75th Choctaw Indian Fair, July 8th through 12th.
Enjoy performances from top artists Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Tatanka Means, Indigenous, Chapel Hart, Chris Young, and Flo Rida. Experience Choctaw art, food, dancing, and carnival rides. Ignite your competitive spirit with Res Run, Iron Warrior, volleyball, and the Cornhole Tournament. Visit ChoctawIndianFair.com and like us on Facebook.
Hope to see you there. Hatspisalatige.
Hi, this is Nick at Doc's Toyota, and we are excited to put you in a new Toyota today. We have no dealer markup, no hidden fees, no hassle, and our inventory is always priced to move. Our top-notch sales department and first-class service after the sale guarantees you a fast and comfortable buying experience like you've never had. So come see why month after month, more and more customers have chose to buy from Doc's Toyota. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia, at docstoyota.com or on Facebook, and remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're building, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through 6/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and we have to say the legacy of Jimmy Smith has ended. Former mayor of Meridian, I don't know if you've caught on to this. His first few days in office, he made a really big deal of we have got to change the logo of Meridian, and he did. Well,
so we got a new logo.
And we're going back to what we used to have. Here's the logo of Meridian again that we had for 8 years before Jimmy Smith took office. So there you go. New logo for Meridian is the old logo for Meridian. Jimmy Smith has been erased. Is that the best one? Yeah, that's the best one I know to put that there. We had a fire on the side of the road yesterday, and I couldn't help but as I looked across the traffic and I couldn't get to him, it was Otis standing on the other side of the road.
We was lucky.
As we look at this, let me back this up and show this. The back tire caught on fire in this, did it not?
Yeah, on the brakes, and luckily, he was able to get that out by fire extinguisher. A liquid form of ammonium nitrate was
that could have been ugly
on there, and that was something we were prepared to shut the interstate down, both eastbound and westbound, for at least a 5-mile radius.
I was expecting that,
but luckily he was able to keep that out till we could get there and make sure that we had enough water on there to cool it off. But yeah, when Central called and then they turned around and said, yes, this is an explosive hazard, it was like, okay.
Yeah,
so we got there a little quicker.
Yeah. Different ballgame. And fortunately, that turned out real well. If everybody remember last weekend, there was a car chase that came into Meridian from Birmingham, Alabama.
In that fruit truck.
Fruit truck. He borrowed the fruit truck wearing his
hospital
britches.
Gown.
His britches, hospital britches.
Nice.
With yellow socks. And wasn't nothing stopping him. Well, he got out of jail yesterday.
We had to get back home.
We borrowed another truck. This time it was a garbage truck. But it didn't end up being the car chase that I was expecting. He borrowed it and then drove over to 26th Avenue, pulled over, just kind of relaxing on the side of the road in his newly borrowed truck. He was.
What's that smell?
He was taken back into jail.
Oh.
And, I'm not sure if he'll be extradited back to Alabama at some point for the crimes that happened over there for stealing a truck or not.
Well, he's got crime here now.
Yeah, got charges here now for borrowing a pick-em-up truck. But, this time, this thing had forks. He could have done a lot more.
Yeah, he could have picked up that patrol car that was in front of him.
Who knows? Maybe he was headed to MCC to sign up with Mr. Gowdy there to get some driver training there.
Could have.
Because I think this man's a truck driving man. Everything he borrows is a big truck.
Yeah, and that's the most dangerous one he's gotten hold to. Cop car get in front of him, he could have just put it in the back. Rodney, you can't fix stupid.
It's just one of those things. So that did happen, and nobody was hurt. And I want to be very clear about that. It wasn't a chase through the city limits. They were looking for him, and he just stopped on his own and took a break.
Yeah, no tires were deflated.
That's right. No new spikes are going to have to be ordered after this. Yesterday afternoon, I had a chance to go to the Choctaw Indian Fair. It's the 75th anniversary. And as we went up there, I won't play all this, but I was just going to show you, as we were over here at the arts and crafts, as we went through this, I was with the princess, and she was showing me all around. We looked at all this stuff. It's neat up there.
Yes.
And as we get, they were doing some dancing there that I couldn't do. This is where what I guess you'll call the wrestling is going to happen tonight. It's the tough man contest.
You're talking about? Oh, you're not talking about stickball.
No. This is where you have to pick up tires and weights and who's the stoutest big old boy out there. And they have women.
Oh, the tough man or the strongest man.
Yeah, it's got a different word for it. It's hanging on the side of the thing. And then we went over and took a look at all of this, and then ended up down at the fairgrounds there, where all the concerts are going to take place. Great shows all the way through Saturday night. 75th anniversary. I ran into the chief. It was a lot of fun. I truly enjoyed my stay up there yesterday afternoon. Tons of fun.
Now, they make this stuff. They don't buy this stuff and
That's correct.
Put it together or nothing. They make everything they've got.
And I want to point this out. It's very family-oriented at the Choctaw Indian Fair because there's no drinking allowed.
That's right.
There is a midway. It's just Coca-Cola and things of that nature. So check it all out. That's going to be going on all this weekend through Saturday night. It's fun there. We got a new princess last night. She was elected from the stage. And let me see what her name is there. Lexi Rodriguez. Congratulations to her.
Yes, congratulations.
She is the latest. We're proud for her. A big deal there. Did we bring up Hopewell?
No, we didn't.
Up in Little Rock, they're going to be having this going on. Vacation Bible School, the 14th through the 18th. That's just a few days away. If you haven't had a chance to go to any Vacation Bible School, do so now because your time is running out. You'll be back in regular school.
Very soon.
Yep.
That is right around the corner. Can y'all believe that? And I wanted to show this. We got the sky yesterday. Did y'all look up? And this is just part of God's work, as we always say.
Yes, indeed.
This is behind Northcrest Baptist Church.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Wow.
And then I had a rainbow sent in. This was from Vinville. And then Chet sent us a gorgeous picture out at Lake Okeechobee.
Wait a minute. He's in a truck?
Yeah,
not a boat?
That was odd.
He was pulling the boat.
I bet he was pulling the boat. Yeah.
Our guest this morning has been Nick Smith. And again, we invite you to visit their webpage or go onto their Facebook page. Let me pull over here and show everybody where they can find out more about y'all, how they can help with your ministries as y'all go to other countries. This is their Facebook page. Let me show you here. It's a bunch here. And you know all these kids as well.
I do. And that it's near and dear to my heart. It's a 501c3. It's a charity. 100%, every penny goes to those that need it the most. But every one of those people that it goes to hears the gospel.
Correct.
And if we believe that book and that to be the truth, we'll tell somebody about it.
Well, that's what he tells us to do.
Right.
If we can't do that,
Now, what is what does that say? Santa Bible? Is that what that says?
It's a
Santa
Spanish
Biblia.
Bible. It's a Spanish Bible that we purchase over there with some of the funds that we get to hand out to kids and adults that don't have them.
Well, that's great.
So and we for instance, I can share a small story. we had some friends of ours call us and say, "Hey, they have what's called House of Blessings. They feed children after school." Somebody had broke into their building, stole all of their supplies,
Crayons,
all the foods, school supplies, pots, pans, everything.
Wow.
So they were like, we need help now. And because of people's generosity in this mission, we were able to send them money to build a wall around the house to where nobody would be able to break in, and we were able to replenish everything that they lost. More than what they lost.
More than abundant. And look, make no mistake, it's not Nick and Kim. There are thousands of people that work together.
Right.
Hundreds of ministries. We're all on the same team.
Correct.
And I'm not. I didn't mean to come. I'm not preaching this morning, but we're all on the same team. We all work for the same boss.
That's right.
And if we don't feel that we do, then maybe somebody's on the wrong team.
line of work. That's right.
But they're wonderful. They're wonderful. They're some of my best friends because they feed 100 kids, and that's the only meal that they eat. And my kids rake out more food in one day to the dog that I don't even like.
Hey now.
And most get to eat all week long.
Yeah.
So it is very convicting to me.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
And if I may say this, I feel strongly this way. When I meet the good Lord and I stand and give an account for all the blessings that He's given me, which is so much more abundant than what I deserve, I will not stand in front of Him and tell Him the best that I have to offer you is I sat on a pew and made a nice indention. I don't know how to explain that to Him.
Well, the pew was uncomfortable is why you got up is what I was told, but just say it.
Needed a new cushion.
And listen, we are not perfect people.
No one is.
We are not. And I actually...
Hence the name of the ministry.
I mean... I'm an imperfect person saved by grace. Thank God for the cross and what Jesus did. And it's just... my biggest part of this mission is to bring broken people, who think they're not good enough, or they've went too far past. I mean, you're never too far past God to receive His grace and mercy.
That's the ones that God came for, is the broken.
That's the ones I want to we want to hang out with. I want to hang out with the people, the imperfect people. That's who I want to be around. I mean, that's who Jesus hung out with.
Hey, can I share a song with you real quick? Is that okay?
I'm up for some music.
I'm gonna take my hat off because it's a different type of song. But some children, they're mine. I love them. But they sing this all the time. And you imagine somebody with nothing singing this. I'm gonna sing it in Spanish, but you could translate Chocatw County Spanish. Gracias Cristo, gracias Cristo, gracias Cristo, gracias Cristo. Levantemos nuestras manos en señal de gratitud. Gracias Cristo. Gracias Cristo.
In English.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. With our hands held high in worship, we will show
our gratitude. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
If that doesn't touch you and show the passion that y'all have for what y'all do and what y'all mean to these kids and what these kids mean to y'all. I don't know what else does.
Thank you.
That was pure passion that we heard and saw off of that one song.
Thank you.
Woo.
Thank you.
Woo. That,
it's something to hear those kids sing it with their hands raised. They really mean it.
Look, I don't
really mean it.
It's all about Jesus. I don't care if a human being knows my name. It's about
right.
Jesus, and period.
We have some breaking news that has just happened from Highway 45 at the 145 exit. This would be near the Evangel Temple, as if you were getting off to go that direction there. We have troopers on the ground. A car is pulled over to the side of the road with a body found in it this morning. Now, we don't have any other details other than there is a deceased person that has been found.
Wow.
So as this information becomes, we get more on this, we'll have more breaking news on this. But it is confirmed someone deceased inside of a car on the side of Highway 45 near the Evangel Temple exit, where you'd get off onto 145 to come into Meridian, the Meridian exit there.
Yeah.
So we will have more on this as this develops this morning. Scary there. Scary there.
Definitely some prayers for everybody there.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Get ready. People get ready.
So if anybody would like to help y'all out, where do they go to make a donation to help
Look,
y'all?
they can go to brokenvesselministries.org. There's a link on the Facebook page that'll take you there. You can click right on there and make any kind of donation you want. It's tax deductible. If you hit the tax deductible amount according to the IRS, 100% goes to missions in Honduras, to those that have nothing, live on dirt floors, and have empty bellies. And look, if a fellow wants to buy Bibles, just tell me you want to buy Bibles. That's the easiest thing in the world. But you can pull it up on your phone right now. I'll tell you this, $20 will feed a household for a month.
For a whole month.
Wow.
$20. That's it.
You cannot imagine how many times that we've walked in and somebody's wanted to know who this Jesus is. Walked into a home not too long ago, and to make a very, very long story short, the father broke in tears, and what he was saying was, I know that God sent y'all. There were several of us. And he said, I know that God sent you because we haven't eaten in 15 days. And that whole household gave their heart to Christ. And this is not a 2-week or a 3-week thing. 365 days of the year. You've got to eat. You've got to be discipled. There are people right now discipling those that's given their heart to Christ that live there. That's the way that it's supposed to be.
That's right.
But to the little elderly lady that handed that $20 to me the day before, she may not know it, but when she dies and gets to heaven one day, I can show her 4 folks that's going to walk up speaking a different language, wrap their arms around her neck and say, because of your $20 bill that you didn't think was very much, here we are.
Yeah.
Changed their entire life.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yes.
Their eternity.
Their eternity. Yeah.
We can't thank y'all enough for coming in and sharing with us.
Thank you
It's
for
been
having
fun.
us.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Look,
so much.
Hey, we'll come back anytime you want.
Well, we appreciate it. And again,
Thank you.
y'all have been
We're
great
grateful.
guests with us this morning.
Yes.
Otis,
Ooh,
as we
definitely.
get ready to part, we need some birthdays.
Yeah, we got that. I need to make 2 quick announcements. NTS, if you're on NTS water, they're going to be flushing lines, cleaning that up today. So could have loss of pressure. You could lose water altogether. Most likely going to be dirty water, so do not wash white clothes. Run your cold water, get all that stuff out. Make sure that you got that done. They're aware of it, but it's to make our water better. Next one, Macedonia Baptist Church, my old buddy Virgil Walters. Today, a men's prayer group at 11 o'clock. It's just a little while away. Highway 494, 11 o'clock. They're going to pray for our community, county, revival, city leaders, lost souls, all that. All men are welcome. So Macedonia, Highway 494, Virgil Walters. Y'all go by, see him, and join that prayer group. Doesn't matter what you are, Baptist, Methodist,
right.
you know, we all talking the same Lord, and that's what we need. So now, birthdays. Let's get down. We got Jessica Smith's got a birthday. Nick Love, Captain Nick Love, Meridian Fire Department. David Mapp Jr., Tina Creel, Laney Hall, 13. Maddie Parker Stinson, 5. And Scott Shirello's having a wedding or a anniversary today, 21? But he didn't put his wife's name down there.
He sure didn't, but it was 21 years, is that right?
21 years. So, Scott.
The unnamed wife is what we'll call her.
Yeah. The unnamed wife. So, that's where we are on the birthdays there, and hope y'all have a wonderful birthday.
All right, as we conclude, we always leave with a Bible verse, and Otis has been hard at work on this one. You fretted over it all night.
Yeah, because now how do you follow this? But
Lay it on us. It's all good.
The way I pick a Bible verse is, I don't. I open up my Bible app, and whatever God throws down here, I don't even pre-read, because if I did, I'd mess it up. I pull it up, boom, there it is. And Linda Gibson, 55 years young today. So that's how I come up with a Bible verse. The Lord picks it for me. Yes. Today's James 1:19. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry.
Yeah. Help me, Lord. Yes.
My dear brothers and sisters, because I need to hear that again. Take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Woo, we were given 2 ears and 1 mouth. I wonder why. So we can listen twice as much as what we speak. Unless we're speaking the word of God.
That's right.
Y'all have a wonderful day. Tomorrow, Fun Friday. Be with us. We don't know who all's going to be here. Where they can fly in or, Y'all have a wonderful day. We love you. Hope you have a safe day. We will see you tomorrow.